The Nen Beasts are on the attack in this week's ridiculous chapter of Hunter x Hunter, which is going to get you so excited for the next chapter of the series! Except if it wasn't for the fact that the Hunter x Hunter manga series is about to go on an indefinite hiatus. Can you believe it? We're already getting ready to go on hiatus again. You know what? I'm gonna give them some credit. We at least got like 14 chapters worth of material. We got the whole Hisoka-Crollo battle, which I'm pretty satisfied with. And it was also the beginning of another great story for Hisoka as well. We finally started moving into the Dark Continent arc, and a lot of the dangers finally presented themselves in this week's episode, where we get to see there's this one creepy parasitic Nen beast, which is going around and taking out people one by one, and it takes multiple forms, such as these weird little one-eyed black creatures, this weird creepy-ass teddy bear, and all of these other weird monsters. But this entire chapter is going to be overshadowed by the fact that the Hunter x Hunter series is going on hiatus again. It's almost a joke at this point. And I almost, found myself, really laughing a lot when I saw that at the very end of the chapter. Because when I got to that final page and I saw that text at the bottom and I saw that there was a lot of it, my heart skipped a beat for a second because I'm like, oh god, what's that gonna say? And then I finally got down to it, and boom! Indefinite hiatus. We don't know when the manga's coming back. Why is this such a problem for Hunter x Hunter? Yes, I know that the author has had some health issues, but damn it! Get a ghostwriter. Get a ghost artist. You don't have to do the entire series by yourself. Just be the storyboard guy. Just write the story and get someone else to draw it at this point. Because it sucks that we're finally starting to build some momentum in the Dark Continent arc, and it's just been pulled away from us. It's just really disappointing. That being said, this week's chapter was really damn good. Again, showing us why Kurapika is one of the greatest characters from the entire series, able to keep cool, calm, and collective when all this crazy shit is going on, especially these parasitic Nen beasts which can take over other people's body and cause them to turn into their very own killer puppets. It's insane, it's nuts, and it's super creative, and I want to see more of this story, and now we're not going to be able to see that. You know, it's moments like these that I really wish that the author of the series, the creator of Hunter x Hunter, would have just come up with an idea for a final arc of the series, just get through it so we can be done, so we don't have to suffer through this anymore. You know, I'm kind of new to the Hunter x Hunter manga series, but I can understand the plight of the fans when they see the fact that its series is constantly always on hiatus and being taken away from them, especially when it starts to build momentum. There is the possibility we will not see any Hunter x Hunter for the rest of the year, and we're constantly going to be reminded of the final panel where Kurapika is about to shoot this guy with a knife. It's gonna go on for a really long time, and it's really gonna bother the hell out of me. I also really sort of tricked myself into thinking, oh, the Hunter x Hunter manga series is back, it keeps up this momentum for a while, we're gonna get the anime version coming back. That sure as hell is not happening now, and definitely not happening anytime soon. So, what's the rundown on this week's chapter of Hunter x Hunter? Hiatus. That's what it is. I review a lot of anime and manga on our channel, and I always really loved reviewing Bleach, but that's starting to sort of go downhill. I always look forward to One Piece, but the cherry on top of the kick-ass sundae has always been Hunter x Hunter. When that series returned in manga format, I was excited, because I was obsessed with the anime version. I came into it late, I power-watched most of the series, I reviewed the last half of the Chimera Ant arc all the way up to the very end of that show, and I loved it. It's one of the greatest action shonen anime series that I have ever seen, and it's got a great pedigree behind it. The creator of the series is also the creator of Yu Yu Hakusho, which is also one of my favorite series of all time, easily breaking into my top 10. But after all of the hiatuses, all of the breaks, I'm just kind of disappointed at this point. I think a lot of people are too. I can't stress that enough, and I really do feel for all of the fans who strictly read the manga version, as it's been one hell of a rocky road for you. Especially considering that, you know, you've dealt with hiatuses longer than I ever have, you know. I watched up to the anime version, stopped, and then started reading the manga version, so it wasn't as bad for me, and I didn't have to wait as long. But now that this momentum has been built, and people have been joking over the last couple weeks that, oh, it's only a matter of time before it goes on hiatus, I just didn't expect it to happen so soon. It's it's just disappointment really on my part. But it still doesn't detract from this chapter right here. This was still a fantastic read, which proves that the creator of the series is one hell of a writer and knows how to make a riveting story, especially because there's so much mystery behind everything that's going on in this big succession war. The introduction of these Nen beasts is really awesome, especially one that's a parasitic type. Did anybody get memories of Migi from Parasite when you saw that little black one pop out from that guy's head? I know I did. But it's gonna be a while until we get our answers as to really what the hell that's all about, because we're going on hiatus, something that the series is very familiar with at this point. So, really, that's all I have to say about this week's chapter. It was the beginning of a really great story with lots of momentum, but it looks like it's going to drop for a little bit. Hopefully this hiatus won't last long. I could be blowing this up into something even more than it actually is. You know, they said indefinite, but there is the possibility we could see this thing return in a matter of weeks, a matter of months. But with the history of the series, I'm imagining we're probably not going to see much from the series this year. I have a feeling maybe even the author just needs some time to sort of like figure out how all this shit goes, because every chapter is so intricate, and it's probably very difficult to write. The drawing, not so much. There really isn't anything all that crazy in this chapter. Well, I will say, though, that there are some really great spreads of all the different types of Nen beasts, especially that one giant double panel where you could see the giant dragon, the teddy bear, all the weird monsters flying around in the sky. It's very creepy, and I love the fact that only a select few of those people in that room can actually see these things, so everybody's just like, what the hell is going on? It's really intriguing, and unfortunately, we're not going to get to see how it's all going to get wrapped up, at least for quite some time. So, this week's chapter right here, despite the fact that the series is about to go on hiatus, was still really damn good. It was a little confusing at first. Hunter x Hunter is one of those series where whenever I read the manga version, I have to go back and read it a couple more times to sort of have a firmer understanding of it and to appreciate it a little bit more. That being said, this one right here was still pretty damn stellar. It's just such a shame that we're going to have to go on break right now. So, I'm going to give this chapter right here a 4 out of 5. I really thought it was solid. I cannot wait to see how it's going to wrap up, but we're just going to have to wait to see when they're going to do that. So, there it is, 4 out of 5 from me. But if any of you did read this week's chapter of Hunter x Hunter, make sure to tell me what you thought about it in the comment section below. Do you have any theories as to what the deal is with these parasitic Nen beasts? What do you want to see from the rest of the Dark Continent arc? Are you disappointed by the hiatus? Do you think it's going to return sometime this year, or do you think we're going to have to wait a little longer? Please tell me in the comment section below. You guys are kick-ass! Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like it, share it with your friends, and comment on the video. If you would like to, make sure to subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be able to see all of our latest anime and manga reviews, our weekly podcast show. It's all pretty cool stuff. Thank you again for watching, and as always, stay dandy, baby!